Hello guys, welcome to the Conic sections chapter. So this part is going to be based on ellipse, the third one. So as you can see, I've shown there are two figures here. Both of them are ellipses. So I'm just going to go over the basic formulas which we are going to be using in this exercise, which is 11.3. So the general starting off of any exercise in the conic sections chapter, we're going to go over the general equation of that section. So this one is the ellipse. So the general equation is which is going to be used here is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So this is an important equation, so you can note this down. And the second part, and then the second one is how do you find the vertices of the ellipse. So let me just go with another color. So the vertices can be found using this formula, which is a comma 0 and plus minus a comma 0 when the equation is in this form. So I'm going to write down the formulas for this. First form is this, and then there's another form which I'll write below. So for this form, the formula is this. So basically what this is a comma 0 and minus a comma 0. So when you find the value of a, the vertices are going to be positive a and negative a comma 0, which is going to be, so this one would be applicable for this because the vertices are on the x-axis, and the third formula which we'll be using is eccentricity, which is denoted. Let me just show that. So eccentricity is denoted by E, and the formula is C by A. So what eccentricity is basically is it's the ratio between the, so first let me just explain what C is. So C, the formula is a square minus b square. This is the formula. So what C is the distance between the center, which is here, just choose another color, the center which is here, and the focus. So either this focus or this, because it's going to be equal on both axes. Here it's going to be, it's in the first quadrant, so it will be positive, positive, and here it's going to be negative, positive. So in this quadrant, so it's going to be equidistant from the center, is what I'm trying to say. So any one distance from here to here, this is equal to this. So it's the C is the distance from the center to the focus, which is here. Sorry, not this. Let me just erase that. It's got mixed up. So the distance, just choose another color. The distance from the center to the focus, center to the focus. So this is going to be equal. Okay, so that is C, and yep. Okay, so this is C. So C is the distance between the center and focus. So yes, so now I can explain what eccentricity is. It's the ratio between C and A, which is the bigger axis. And next, the formula is going to be L, which is lattice. Let me just put that in another color for better understanding. Let's go with green. So lattice rectum is another term. It's denoted by L. It's equal to the formula 2b square by A. Okay, and another formula is going to be the foci formula, the one which I just showed you here. These 2 points here and here, or here and here, and formula here is going to be the foci are equal to plus minus c comma 0, which is just like the vertices formula, which is plus minus a comma 0. So which is c comma 0, positive c, and negative c comma 0. So all of these are for this general equation, which is a square plus b square, which is going to be for the first. I'm going to show you the example, the question one, then we'll move on to the second form of the general equation, which will be applicable. So this is applicable to this one. So for now, just don't look at this, just look at this. So let's just solve. I'll just show you how the examples are. So this is the first part of the exercise, the problem 1 to 9, which is solely based on, they give you the equation and then you put it in form of the equation which we just did, x square a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. You bring it to this form, or in most of them it's already ready. And then you get the value of a square b square, and then you simplify it, and then you find the foci, the vertices, the length of the major axis, minor axis, eccentricity, and length of lightest rectum. So okay, I missed one term, the length of the major axis and minor axis. So in this equation, the general equation here, the first one, the length of the major axis is going to be of major axis is going to be 2a, because a is the bigger term here, so you mark a, and the length of the minor axis is going to be 2b. So these are the formulas, you can just look at them. This is the general equation. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 formulas that you'll be needing in the exercise. Very simple to remember if you just understand what they are. So let's just move on to the first question, which is they have given us the equation of the line, which is x square by 36 is equal to y square, x square plus 36 plus y square by 16 is equal to 1. So just solve it in this color. So this is in form of, you can solve along with me, or you can just see the first question, maybe solve the second one later after understanding this one. So this is in form of the general equation, which is x square by square plus y square by b square equal to 1. And just use the font. Okay. And so now we looking at the form, now we know that a square is equal to 36. So we can get a is equal to root of 36, which is plus minus 6. So now we have the value of a. Similarly, for b, square is equal to 16 as it's shown here, and b is equal to root of 16, which is plus minus 4. So now we have the values of a and b. So a is plus minus 6, b is plus minus 4. So now we can move on to the first part, which is going to be finding the foci. So the foci are going to be, so the first thing we need to find is the value of c. So to find the value of c, choose another color. So c is equal to, as you can recall from here, the formula is a square minus b square. So we just directly put in the value of a square, which we have here, and b square, which we have here. We don't have to square it again. So it's equal to 36 minus 16 is equal to root 20. So we have the value of c, and since they haven't given us the unit, we can just put as root 20 units. So now we have c. So the first thing what they have asked us is the foci, the vertices. So first what we can do is the vertices. So I'll just do it over here. So the vertices, put in another color, better understanding, green. Okay. So the vertices, as you can recall, are plus minus a comma 0. Just for your understanding, so I'll just write it as a comma 0 and minus a comma 0. So putting in the value of a, which we have here, 6, so 6 comma 0 and minus 6 comma 0. So these are the two vertices. So we solved the first one of the problems which they have given us. Second thing we can do is the foci. Okay, let's put this funny font which we have here. Okay, so the foci is equal, the formula is, and for the foci we need c. So for foci the formula is plus minus c comma 0, so c comma 0 and minus c comma 0. I don't know if you can see this, but c, and as we have it here, root 20, so root 20 comma 0 and minus root 20 comma 0, plus minus sign comes outside. This is the foci. So you can also write this as f1 is equal to this and comma f2 is equal to this, or you can write in this one. I prefer this way. So okay, so we'll move on to the next one. Let's get black. Okay, next what do we need? So now we need the foci is done, the vertices are done. Okay, now we can do the length of major axis and minor axis. Okay, so for the of major axis, here as you can see in the question, the major axis is clearly this one, 36, which is plus minus 6, which is a. So we have 2a, a's value is 6, so we'll put 2 into 6, which is 12 units. So this is the length of the major axis. Same goes for the minor axis. Minor axis is equal to 2b, which is equal to, the value of b is 4, 2 into 4, which is 8 units. So covered most of the question. So the vertices are done, length is done, minor axis, major axis, foci, and now two things are remaining, the eccentricity and the lattice rectum. Okay, so eccentricity is E, which is equal to the formula which we have given before, C by A. C is root 20 by A, which is here 6. Root 20 by 6 is value of eccentricity, and the last part, which is going to be, okay, white, can't see white, okay, I'll just go with blue. Last part is the lattice rectum. So lattice rectum is equal to 2b square by a. So we just substitute in the values of b square, which is, as we have here, 16. So 2 into 16 by a, which we have as 6. So I'll just cut this, becomes 3. So the value of lattice rectum is 16 by 3. So as you can see, we solved all of it. We did the foci, did the vertices, major axis, minor axis, eccentricity, lattice rectum. So you just solve this entire question. If you use all these steps and write it down properly with giving the final answer, you get good marks. So you just solve the first question. First question is done. Moving on to the second type of the question, which is the second question, which is x square by 4 plus y square plus by 25 is equal to 1. So again, in form of equation, x square by a square is plus, okay, plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So a square is 4 and a is equal to root of 2, which is 2. B square is equal to 25. So b is equal to 5. So we have the value of a and b, same as before, but now what? So till now you would have thought a is 2 and b is 5, but this is wrong, because the a can never be lesser than b. So here comes in the second equation. Till now we were using the this general equation, which was x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So that the figure would always be in this form, but now comes the second form, which I earlier told you to remember. So this is going to be the one which we just did now. The a is smaller here, so this we take it as b, and this, the longer major axis, always has to be a. So this is a, this is b. So just erase all of this. Okay, so here the second equation of line general equation comes in, which is going to be x square by b square plus y square by a square is equal to 1. Rest all the method, everything is going to be same. So here we have b square is equal to 4, so b is equal to 2, a square is equal to 25, so a is equal to 5. So as you can see here, we are using the second kind of the equation of line. So now we have both the values. Sorry, I forgot the plus minus 2, plus minus 2, plus minus 5. Okay, so now we have both the values. Now we can go ahead and calculate c, which is going to be root of a square minus b square. And solve this. Simple, substitute the values. It's going to be a square is 25 and b square is 4, so it's going to be root of 21 units. Always remember this units is important. Did the c is done. So now we can move on to the second part, which is going to be finding out the vertices. So the rest, everything is going to be same. Just over here, the vertices are going, since the diagram is like this, so it's going to be on the y-axis. You guessed it right, it's not going to be on the x-axis. The foci are always on the major axis. Major axis has to be a. So now the points are on the y-axis. So here the vertices, the formula is going to change. Earlier I told you the formula was plus minus a comma 0. So now it's not going to be, whenever you get this equation of line b square and a square, the vertices, the formula turns into, any guesses? Okay, so the vertices is going to become 0 comma plus minus a. Yes, so here, so that is going to be 0 comma a and 0 comma minus a. So we can substitute the value of a, which is 5, so 0 comma 5 and 0 comma minus 5. These are the vertices. That's correct. Now we can move on the next part, which is finding out, same as before, now we can find out the foci, or you can go in any order you want, but I'm just gonna go with the finish off the major axis and minor axis first. So let me just change the color. Okay, ocean. Okay, so the foci is equal to c. Here again, the equation, when the equation of line becomes b square and a square, earlier it was plus minus c comma 0, now it becomes 0 comma plus minus c. So it shifted to the y-axis, the major axis. So that is 0 comma c and 0 comma minus c, which is going to be the value of c we found out as root 21. So 0 comma root 21 and 0 comma minus root 21. Okay, so we found out the foci. Foci is done. So this is the foci. And now we'll go with the length of the major axis and minor axis. So length of major axis is equal to a again, because major axis is a. So the formula remains same, 2a, which is 2 into 5, which is 10 units. Same goes for minor axis, which is going to be 2b. The value of b is plus minus 2. 2 into 2, which is 4 units. So we're done with the major axis and minor axis, and 4. Yes, that's correct. I just checked the answer. Wait a second. Okay, so this is correct, 10 and 4. So moving on, go on to the next one, which is going to be finding out the eccentricity. So let's go to the top, I guess. Becoming crowded. I'll just erase this. Okay, we'll just do it here, I guess. E is equal to, the formula is going to be same, C by A, which is going to be, C is root 21 divided by A, which is 5. So root 21 by 5. That's done. And the last part is going to be the lattice rectum, which is going to be, can you see this? L. Okay, I guess you can see it. L is equal to 2b square by A, which is going to be 2 into b square, which is 4, divided by, I'm sorry if it's blur, A is 5, so we can't cut anything, so this is going to be 8 by 3. So that's it, the question is done. Same way, everything is same, just that since the equation of the line changed, the foci and the vertices changed. It changed from plus minus c comma 0 to 0 comma plus minus c, and the vertices changed from plus minus a comma 0 to 0 comma plus minus a, because the axis shifted. That's all you need to remember. So the third type in these same power exercises are these three ones, which are, they haven't exactly given us the x square by a square plus y square by b square, or x square by b square plus y square by a square is equal to 1 form, so we need to deduce it using our knowledge. Types, they haven't given us the ready form, so we have to deduce it. So on the right side, we always know, since the general equation is this, 1 always has to be on the right side, so we need to somehow get 1. So as you can see, 4 and 9 are multiples of 36. I mean 36 is a multiple of 4 and 9. So what we can do is we can divide both sides. Let me just make the font bigger. Divide both sides by 36. So here we get 4x square by 36 plus 9y square by 36 is equal to 36 by 36. So when you simplify this, we get 4 and 36 goes 9, and this goes this 9, 18 minus 36, this one goes 4, 1, and this one cuts 1, 1. So on this here, now we have equation x square by 9 is equal plus y square by 4 equal to 1. So now we have it in form of equation x square by, here it is x square by a square. We can see here the coefficient of x square is a, and that is greater than b, so now we can take it in the normal form. We don't have to do the b square a square, so it's going to be y square by b square equal to 1. So now this is going to be the normal way, solving it just as we did over here, and this in this form. So this one is going to be the homework question. You can just put down in the comments what the answers you get for the same thing. You have to find the foci. Which part 1, 2 is vertices, 3 is the lattice rectum, 4 is C, 5 is value of the vertices C, E, the centricity, and that's about it. I think C, E, L. Yes, we're done. So C, okay, yeah, L, lattice rectum is done here. So using these formulas, I can just check what the formulas are above, but I'll just write it again for you guys. The foci is going to be in this form, since it's a square and b square. It's going to be, you guessed it right, it is C plus minus C comma 0. Use this formula. For vertices, it's going to be plus minus a comma 0. Lattice rectum is going to be constant for both equations, 2b square by a. C is going to be constant, a square minus b square. Root, whole root, and eccentricity is again going to be constant, which is going to be c by a. So I wrote down the formulas again for you guys. These are the formulas which you're going to be using for the first 9 problems. So yep, I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and put down any doubts in the comments and I'll read them and make sure to answer them. Thank you for watching, guys.